Beast Mode Now franchise. All right, and I'm going to be going over a few things. All right, the first thing that we're going to go over is we're going to go over the things that are banned in the Sportsmanship cheese play rules. All right, so we're going to go to kickoff.
Down! Now!
All right, I'm going to show you how to do the sky kick and the corner kickoff. Sky kick, you press triangle and you go over to the right. All right, that's usually what people do and kick it to the fullback. That is banned. You're not allowed to use the sky kick anywhere. All right, sky kick, that is banned. This is the sky kick. All right, if you press triangle for kickoff, that is banned in the Beast Mode Now franchise. All right, the corner kickoff. Corner kickoff, you can kick it anywhere you want directionally except all the way to the right or all the way to the left. If you go all the way to the left or all the way to the right and kick it off, that is considered a corner kickoff. What people will do is they'll do a corner kickoff and try to actually get it not to the end zone, but they'll try to get it inbounds and get it to stay right there. All right, and try to get you down at like the 5 to the 1. All right, the corner kickoff, that is also banned. All right, now we're going to flip it, and I'm going to show you wiggle running and zigzag running. Those things are banned. And it's not zigzag running and wiggle running is not just banned on the kickoff, but is banned anytime you have the ball, whether on offense or special teams, or even intercepting the ball on defense. All right, I'm going to show you what wiggle running and zigzag running looks like. Here is an example of zigzag running. I'm okay with you cutting the ball once or twice or 3 times. Once you get to the 4th time, 5th time, and you keep doing that, what you're doing is you're trying to break the pursuit of the AI. That is banned in the Beast Mode Now franchise. Here is wiggle running. It's just tighter. You just twitch. That is banned. So zigzag running and wiggle running is banned. You're allowed to cut with the ball, and you're allowed to cut twice or even 3 times. But once you get to the 4th or the 5th time, and you're doing it consistently, like a rhythm, what are you really doing? All right, that is zigzag running and wiggle running. That's the sky kick and that's the corner kickoff. All right, all those things are banned. All right, now I'm going to get to hiking and running with the quarterback. I gotta go to the offensive side, but hiking and running with the quarterback immediately, that is also banned. All right, I'm going to show you what that looks like once I get on offense. All right. All right, hiking and running immediately with the quarterback is banned also in the Beast Mode Now franchise. All right, so I'm going to show you a real quick example of what that looks like. All right. As soon as you can, you just press R2 and then just run. Before running with the quarterback, you should let the drop back finish. Let the drop back finish like this. Bam, then you can run. When you just hike and run, that is banned. You let the drop back finish, and then you can run. All right. I guess I'll show you that out of the shotgun also.
Here we go.
People would just press R2 and then just run. Now, granted, Minshew is slow, but
Let's go.
let the drop back finish, then you can run. But hiking and running immediately with the quarterback in this franchise is also banned. All right. Now we're going to go over the 4th down rules. All right. The 4th down rules in this franchise is also one of the answers to the 7th question. That's the answer to the 7th question. The fourth down rules are in the first quarter, you're allowed to go for it at or past your opponent's 40-yard line or 1 yard or inches to go. Second quarter is past the 50-yard line, 2 yards or less to go. Third quarter is at your own 40 and 4 yards or less to go. In the fourth quarter, you can go for it anytime you want. All right? You may not go for outside of these situations even when losing. All right? The reason for that the fourth down rule is some people will be losing, sometimes even big, and they'll go for it on their own 20, and then they won't get it, and then the other team will score immediately. I'm trying to prevent that. Also, I'm trying to have sim gameplay. In real life, a team's not going to be going for it unless they're absolutely desperate and it's late in the game from their own territory. All right, and that normally is what happens in the fourth quarter, not in the first quarter. All right. Okay, now I'm going to go over all the questions and the answers, and then you'll be good. First question, for the 10 prerequisite questions to join the Beast Mode Now franchise, what are you supposed to do when you have a computer opponent? How many times is one commissioner allowed to play as your computer in a franchise year? And what happens when no one plays as your computer opponent? What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to reach out to your divisional commissioner if you have a game against a computer. The commissioner is only allowed to play as your computer once per franchise year. If no one plays as your computer opponent, the game will be simmed and you will be given either a fair sim if we're in weeks 1 through 12, a forced win if you have a losing record, or we are at the end of the season, weeks 13 through 17, or you'll be given a forced loss, unfortunately, if you do not show availability to play. All right, second question. If you have a disconnect, what are you supposed to do? And what happens if you are disconnected twice? If you have a disconnect, you are supposed to play again and recreate the score in-game and the approximate game situation unless you are disconnected in the second half of the fourth quarter. If you're disconnected in the second half of the fourth quarter, last quarter, the one player can decide to give the other the win. If you want to play it out, or if you want to play it out, you can start the game over and play to a certain point in the first quarter and recreate the situation again, but keep score in your head because trying to recreate the score in-game does take time, and you only had a little bit of time left. All right, if you disconnect twice, you are not to play again, and the game will be simmed according to the score difference at the time of the disconnect. All right, so that's if you disconnect twice, you do not play again. Third question, how often do we advance and at what times and at what time zone? We advance twice a day at 9 p.m. and midnight Eastern. Fourth question, how many trades and position changes are you allowed to make? Up to how many computer games are the commissioners as a whole allowed to play for a user? And how many regular season games are you allowed to miss? You are allowed to make up to 4 trades a year, 4 position changes. The commissioners as a whole are allowed to play up to 4 computer games against one user, and you're allowed to miss up to 8 regular season games. Fifth question, how many game types are there? And what are the names and quarter length of the game types? There are 5 game types, which are as follows. 1, the quick games, 4-minute quarters. 2 is Madden default game, 7-minute quarter. Beast Mode Now default game. Offensive explosion game and defensive struggle game are all 15-minute quarters. Sixth question, when you are winning big, what are you supposed to do? What happens when you stat pad, and how can you avoid it? When you're up by 17 or more points, you are not to do the hurry up unless you're in the last 2 minutes or less in the second quarter. No 2-point conversion tries, no fourth down conversion tries, no onside kicks. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to run the clock out, and when it's under 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, nail it down. When you stat pad, you will have that player suspended that padded the stat. All right, you can avoid stat padding by putting your backups in. All right. Seventh question. What things in the sportsmanship cheese play rules are banned? We already went over that. What about quarterback running? What's the fourth down rule, and can I go for it if I'm losing outside of these situations? Wiggle running, zigzag running, corner kickoff, and sky kick are all banned. Also, hiking and running immediately with the quarterback is banned. All right, the fourth down rules, again, are as follows. First quarter, at or past your opponent's 40-yard line, 1 yard or inches to go. Second quarter, at or past the 50-yard line, 2 yards or less to go. Third quarter, at or past your own 40-yard line, 4 yards or less to go. Fourth quarter, you can go for any time except if you're up by 17 or more. You may not go for it outside of these situations, even when losing. Eighth question, are you allowed to re-sign a player you released? What is the limit on free agency outside of the offseason? You may not sign a player you released until the offseason if they are still available. All right? And you're allowed to sign up to 4 free agents a week to your active roster. Ninth question, what happens if you and your user opponent cannot agree on a time to play? That game will be fair simmed but will not count as a game you missed. And the last question, where can I find out what week we are in, what year we are in, when we are advancing, and the updates I need to know about the franchise? I have a channel that's called Announcements. All these things can be found in Announcements, as well as the schedule we advance to in a channel called Advanced Schedule. All right, those are all the answer to the 10 questions. That's the fourth down rules, and those are the things that are banned in the sportsmanship cheese play rules that which I demonstrated. Hope you enjoy your time in the franchise. Have a great day.